You can either choose the pain of discipline or the pain of disappointment. It's a good motto to live by, brother. Life's tough. So you got to balance a lot of things. You got to decide what's actually worth going for. You got to find the things that you believe are worthy of your time, and then you got to allocate accordingly. And it definitely, the priorities change as you get older. If you get married, you have kids, whatever it is, you got to decide what actually matters to you. And it's a scary and daunting thing, because you might wake up one day and realize that you made the wrong choice. And I think that's what a lot of people, when you see them like desperate to have all these experiences and do all these things, at the end of their life, they feel like they're trying to make up for lost time because they didn't put their time into anything that was actually valuable, which is faith, you know? And that should inform everything that you do and how you do it excellently, and how everything that you do is an outpouring of love for God and the gift that life is, you know? And it definitely makes you realize how much you've like squandered the time that you've had. So I'm 29 now. I feel like a geese, you know? And I've definitely misused a lot of years and a lot of time. And it's important not to live in regret, you know, just focusing on the past, because that's going to prevent you from moving forward as well. But it is very important to choose the pain of discipline. Anything that hurts in the moment now, like anything that you're subjecting yourself to make yourself better, is always going to be worth it in the long run. Like, it's like you're never going to regret going to the gym, man. You're always going to feel better after training and knowing that you accomplished something and you pushed yourself. Always choose the road of sacrifice, because it's going to make you a better person for it. And that discipline and that determination and the grit that you build up when you're younger makes it a lot easier to maintain when it's older. Because there's a lot of people I've met who are closer to my age, and I can see that they didn't have anybody in their life that was forcing them to be disciplined when they were younger. That's one thing I'm really thankful for my dad doing, was like making me work and making me learn that hard work achieves something, and that you actually get out what you put into life. And people who are like given everything when they're a kid, I feel bad for rich kids, right? Because a lot of times if their parents spoil them, they just end up being pussies and they don't know how to work for anything. And that can be course corrected later in life, but it is really difficult to make up that ground when you haven't learned to suffer. Because life is hard, bro. It ain't gonna be easy, especially if you're a man. You're called to sacrifice. Your life is, it's easy when you're a boy because you're a child, and then as soon as you grow into becoming a man, it's like you are set on the path of like, congrats, brother, now you get to suffer for everyone else so their life can be better. But at the same time, like, shouldering that burden and that fulfillment will give you the ability to walk through hell with a smile and just not even flinch, man. So consider what it is that's actually worth it in your life. Who are the people that you're doing it for? What it is that's actually worth it. Because there's also stuff that you can sacrifice and put hours into that's just for you, and that is what children do. You know, that's like what being selfish looks like. People are so caught up in the having an easy life and not having to work for anything, and that's like the modern American man wants to like retire by 35 off of Bitcoin and just like party with chicks, and you're just like hanging out with college kids as an adult man with a Lambo. It's kind of gay, you know? So there is no virtue in that, in a life of ease and like working to just cash out and be able to check out and coast through life. There's no virtue, dude. That's stupid, that's weak, it's a waste of time. You were built to suffer. You are made to endure so much more than you could think was ever possible, and it is entirely a matter of deciding that you can do it. If you don't think you can, you're correct. You know, like it does not matter when you fail at something. It is the commitment to just stand your ground and hit your head against that wall until the wall falls down or until you die. And there is much more honor and nobility in taking that stand and sacrificing yourself for others than it is going to be for trying to make your life easier and just have a time that you can coast through. So that's my sketch, so sketch-show, rambling of the day. I'm going to go in, hit some back, and throw some hands. Stay righteous, fellas. We'll catch you on the next one.